Hey guys, thanks for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made one project and ended up with 6 abstracts. So what I did, like here's number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And one thing I need to explain, this is a oops video. Oops meaning when I was filming on my iPhone, I'm pretty sure I had the phone doing horizontal, but because I was trying to do overhead, it's vertical. So half the video is vertical, half of the video is horizontal. And I can't do it over because I've already painted it. So please accept my apology. Deeply, sincerely, I'm sorry for the lack of wonderful visual effects. But I got the project done. So here goes. Here we go. The first thing I did was decide what size paper I wanted to use by deciding what size frame so they fit in there. Then I lined them up. I gessoed over them with just one coat of gesso. This is mixed media paper. Then after I got them lined up, after they dried and I lined them up, I taped it down with painter's tape, which will peel off easier. Then I started to paint. I started out with the black, giving it a background so I can build up some texture, using the orange, going to the blues, and a lot of this won't show, but it gives me a base to start on, and it makes it more interesting later on. This is going to be, awesome abstract. There, I believe that is the cobalt turquoise, which I really like. And I see when part of it's wet, I get my green in there. So I keep going, and sorry guys, you can't see all 6 panels. I messed up there, but you'll see all of them at the end. Okay, oh, this brush, guys. Somebody gave me this brush. It's like pine straw, and I love it. It gives kind of a streaky, scratchy effect with the paint. I don't know where it came from. Don't know who gave it to me, but it's interesting. Oops, and there's a piece of debris. So I'm using that scratchy brush, that pine straw brush I call it. It's kind of fun. Just something totally different. Oh, and here's my favorite. I love working with my hands and my fingers. It's a tool, so why not use it? And the little dashes, I guess you call it, and it just makes me think of flowers, and I enjoy it. Okay, there's a runner streaks, I call them, with dragging my fingers across. I like doing that too. It's like making those mud pies when I was little. Just love it. There's the panel I used for the paint was there, and you saw that paper towel, the roll of paper towels. That helps where instead of using just one paper towel and throw it away, I use a roll of paper towels, and that way when it dries I can keep using it and not fill up the landfill. Okay, there's a liner brush. I like using that. A lot of those lines will not show, but it gives me an indication where I want to put some more curves in later. That's kind of like the basement there, even though it's not going to show. I know where to put a placement of some of my things. Right there, I'm using about a 2-inch flat brush just to kind of give some solid areas. And there again, there's my curves. I like the curves. Makes me think of nature. I just love color, guys, because you see this is very colorful. And I'm just keep going. Sometimes I'll let some of it dry, which you have not seen. I cut that part out. You don't want to sit there and watch it dry. Okay, guys, I want to stop right here and show you the colors, the pigments I actually used for this project. I used the light blue, Prisma Violet, Quinacridone Magenta, Cobalt Turquoise, Mars Black, Cadmium Yellow Medium Hue, Titanium White, and Vermilion. Okay, now back to the painting. Here you see I'm making the circles. Guys, I don't make all the circles the same size. A painting's a lot more interesting if you've got little circles and big circles, or even if you're making squares, whatever. There's my paper palette. I don't know if I called it a paper palette a while ago or not, but if you're going to use up all your paint, that's the way to go. Use a paper palette. You can just throw it away. Okay, now also sometimes when I make a mistake, or I don't, let's say I'm not happy with that. In this one, I'm not happy with one corner. I took some paper towels. I'm going to make part of the area disappear, at least the wet part. The paint that's still wet, I'm going to take it away because I wasn't happy with it. Ended up with mud, probably, well, not probably, I know why, because I mixed the colors, I didn't let the layers dry. If you're happy with the color, that's fine, let it dry. Then if you want to mix it, okay, go while it's wet. Okay, then, let me say something about spattering, guys. Please, the painting looks much more interesting if you spatter a third or a fifth of the painting, not the whole thing. Spattering is more like an accent. So just do part of your painting with the spatters, okay? There I'm dragging my brush. That's that little area that I wasn't happy with, and I'm still not happy with it. You'll see later on in this video, it changes drastically. It looks like totally different. But that's what happens sometimes. I'm trying to show you my mistakes too. Here I can't get them all around the table. So under my painting is a piece of styrofoam, or not styrofoam, foam core board. And so I can just turn the painting around until I can get to it. And then here, some of that pink is not going to show later because I wasn't happy with it. But it's going. Gel medium. I love gel medium. I'll explain that. I'll do a little insert here in a minute about the gel medium because you see I'm putting it on with the brush. You're probably better off putting it on with a palette knife. I changed to a palette knife later on in this video to show you what can be done. I mean, I just love the transparency of what it can do. And then let's see what else is going on. One of my favorite, just to swish it out, and I love the curves. It's just, and the dabbling. Yep, gotta do some more of that. Whether I'm doing it with the brush or whether I do it with my fingers, it's like playing with mud pies for me. It's like, I just love it. And okay, guys, we're almost to the point where I'm going to reevaluate what I've done and see what to change. And here we go. I want to show you the brushes I used on this project. For the background, some of them I use this big flat brush. This is an unusual brush. Somebody gave it to me. The bristles are like pine straw, and that was the one where I did, this just really streaky, just really very much lines in there. That's what that brush did. Then a filbert, which I'm sure most people are familiar with. Okay, making some of these lines. This is called a liner brush. I think it's probably got some other names. Most of the detail, or a detail brush, but most of the swirls I did with that don't even show up anymore after I finished. Okay, and then just, a regular flat brush. I use that on some of the strokes. Let's see what else I used. Another filbert. It made these petals like on the orange one. So that was the brushes I used, guys, for this project. Here's the 6 paintings that I finished and I'm reviewing. I'm going to name them right now. They're number 1 through 6. But guys, I always name my paintings. It lets the viewer know what you're thinking, what you're feeling when you give them names. So don't do the untitled number 1, untitled number 2. Oh, guys, just give them a name. Let people know what you're thinking. Something else I want to show y'all about the medium I used. This was called regular gel semi-gloss. It's a transparent, heavy-bodied acrylic medium, blah, 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 blah. Yes, a lot of companies make it. I love golden stuff, though. Now, what you may have noticed in the video, sometimes I use my fingers. Sometimes I used a paintbrush. What I suggest, guys, is use a palette knife. And, later on in the video, I did use the palette knife. It can ruin a brush. It comes off your fingers easy. It forms a coating, but the easiest way, I think, to use it is using a palette knife. I decided that 3 of the panels of the 6 needed some help. They need some enhancement. So this one, and this one, and this one. And I started working on one of them, and I thought, oh my gosh, I need to be recording this. right here what I did was I took some of the, this is a translucent heavy body acrylic medium, okay, by Golden. I took that and a palette knife, mixed in with a little of the blue, and spread it right in there. And I'm in the middle of the second one here, and go into, what I did was put the gel medium, more gel medium, and I took my blues and the yellow and made the green with the gel medium in there. Okay, and I'm spreading, I've made it right in here. I spread out some. So I'm gonna put a little bit more right up there. Oops, I see something I didn't do too, because I'm gonna have to go probably with some, probably some white ganache, is that the way you pronounce it? To get off this, on the border there. I should have taped it up. Okay. All right, we can fix that later. Okay, anyway, so I changed that one. Then, let me see if there's anything else I want to do to this one. I'm kind of liking this gel medium. I think I'm going to put some, let's see if I go this way. I don't have to worry about the, I do like that green better. Of course, I like color. I love color. It wouldn't do me too good. I probably will do an experiment with just monochromatic, maybe some browns. There, I'm gonna leave it at that. I may come back to it, we'll see. Now this one, I have not done anything to it. And let's see, I'm gonna make a decision here as to what it needs. To me, this is very, it's pungent in colors, but as far as the activity, the flow, and it flows well, but I'm wanting something else in there. I want a lighter blue, so I'm just gonna, the blue that I already have, I'm just gonna put some white in there. I think I'm okay with that. So let's see what happens. I can always wipe it off if I'm not happy with it. So let's go. And I like what this palette knife can do. Scrape some of that, and so you can see through. Yes. Okay, I'll probably leave that. Okay, guys, I've decided what I want to do with this piece. Everything you see is pretty much consistently about the same size. So I've loaded my brush with purple, and I have these flowing lines here and here. So we're gonna have a giant flower here. Let's see how this goes. Load my brush again and go back over some of that. And want it to look, let's see here. Yep. Okay, and I like the transparency. I've got some transparency because I have a gel in here too. And some of this is a bit stronger than I want it to be, so I'm gonna erase while it's still damp some of it. Let's see here, because that's the way I want it to go in if you're hanging it on the wall. A little bit more faint. Okay, I got rid of that petal there. And a little bit. Okay, I'm stopping there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was an abstract, whereas some of the others have been florals. And I do abstracts also, so I'm going to do some more abstracts. So if you like this video, guys, it helps me out if you like it and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later.